My beloved child, this is the hour when I reveal what was once concealed. I am bringing evil deeds into the light, turning over chapters that were once sealed by darkened hands. Do not be afraid, my child, for the light does not come to make you tremble, but to deliver you from the night that has lingered too long around your soul. Everything that is about to unfold in the coming days is not random. It is divinely orchestrated. It is the journey I have designed to lead you out of confusion and into the truth that was written for you from the beginning of time. Prepare your heart, my child. Lay aside old assumptions, limited interpretations, and open your soul to receive a new light. There will be moments that defy your natural reasoning. You will overhear conversations that seem casual words spoken without intent. Fragments of stories you wouldn't normally notice. But if you listen with a heart guided by the Spirit, you will begin to see the pieces fitting together. This is how I move. I place my signature of truth in the smallest of things. You will receive messages that, at first glance, seem unrelated or of little value. But do not dismiss them. For within what appears insignificant, I am planting clues to truths long buried. You will see strange images. You hear quiet reminders in your spirit, and if you are attentive, you will realize they are forming a map that leads to the place I have chosen for you, a place of restoration, clarity, and true freedom. Do not be deceived by outward appearances. My revelations often come not through thunder, but in a gentle breeze. They do not shout to impress, but whisper to test who is truly listening. And I know you are listening. You have longed for the truth. You have endured misunderstanding, endured hurt, suffered injustices you could not name. But now, I am making all things new. I am rebuilding what was broken, restoring what was stolen from your grasp. Walk with awareness. Do not rush. Do not worry. I do not expect you to understand everything at once, but I invite you to trust me one step at a time. For every step taken in faith draws you closer to the door of truth. Every act of obedience, no matter how small, helps to open the path I have prepared. You are not alone, for my angels surround you. Your departed loved ones are watching and interceding for you. And I myself, your Creator, am walking with you each moment. Learn to listen not just with your ears, but with your soul. Learn to see not just with your eyes, but with the spiritual sensitivity I am awakening within you. For there will come a moment when a passing word from a crowd will confirm what your heart needs. There will come a moment when a coincidence you might overlook is in fact the key to a door long locked. All these things, if received by faith, will become the road that leads you to heavenly wisdom. My beloved child, I have not called you to live in doubt, but in discernment, not discernment born of human logic, but discernment shaped by my Spirit. Every encounter, every unusual dream, every inexplicable sense, offer them to me. Ask me, and I will show you what to keep, what to release, what to pursue. For I am not a God of confusion, but of divine order, of truth, and of unfailing love. And if you begin to feel unsteady, if the revelations overwhelm you, remember that I never allow the truth to surface without also giving you the strength to face it. I do not expose to shame you, but to free you from the chains of uncertainty. What once bewildered you will become clear. What once confused you will be explained. And what once left you misunderstood will be illuminated before the eyes of man and in the light of my presence. Take my hand, beloved child. Walk with me through this season. For on the other side of revelation is a freedom you have never known. The blessing you thought lost will be restored. The honor that was stripped away will be returned. And the trust you feared was gone forever will be reborn stronger than ever before. For I am the faithful one. I am the one who sees. I am the one who reveals. And above all, I am the one who loves you without end. So, my child, do not be afraid. Be prepared, for the miraculous is beginning, and you are the one chosen to witness it all. My beloved child, pause for a moment and listen with all your heart. For the words I am about to speak are not something to be brushed aside like a passing thought or fleeting emotion. This is not a coincidence woven by some vague fate. This is a sacred moment, marked upon the timeline of your life even before you were formed in your mother's womb, from the very depths of my presence. I have prepared this moment for you. It is no accident that you are hearing these words. No chance that you stand at this precise point in your journey, for I have mapped this path since before time began. And now is the moment I reveal what was once hidden from your eyes. There is a truth, my child, a piece of your life's tapestry that has been veiled beneath layers of sorrow, deception, and the limitations of human understanding. Something profoundly important and deeply precious has been kept from your view, not because you were unworthy to know it, but because the time had not yet come. I am the Lord your God who is never in haste and never late. And right now, as you read these words, is the appointed time for the veil to be lifted, for light from my throne to shine into the place long overshadowed by darkness. My child, I know there have been moments when you asked, does my life have a purpose? Is there something greater waiting for me? Those questions did not arise from confusion, but from the divine call echoing in your soul, a call I planted within you from the beginning. That voice is a holy confirmation that you were not created for an ordinary life, but to be a witness to my glorious and mighty works. And now, that call is rising, resounding in your spirit, for it is time for you to see what you never dared to believe was true. The truth I bring today is not born of human wisdom. It is not built upon logic or theory, but comes directly from my presence, where all things are pure, eternal, and unshakable. What I unveil today carries the weight of eternal life, the power to transform hearts, to break invisible chains, to let those suffocating in doubt breathe freely again. For when my truth is revealed, it is never just information, it is power. It shatters the unseen prisons you didn't even realize you were confined within. It unlocks doors you thought were forever closed. And above all, it confirms this to you: I have never left your side. For years, my child, you lived unaware of what was stolen from you. You accepted twisted words as if they were truth. You looked into the mirror and saw someone small, unworthy, lost while in heaven. Your name is engraved on the palm of my hand as an unerasable mark. I have watched you struggle through the darkness, trying to piece yourself together without knowing that I have always been right there, waiting to show you the truth. Not a truth to hurt you, but to heal you. Not a truth to condemn you, but to set you free, because you were not born to live in doubt and rejection, but to walk in light and grace. I know the light can feel blinding. I know that when the truth draws near, you may feel disoriented, unsure, even tempted to turn away. But I ask you, my child, do not run. Open your heart. Let me love you completely. Let me speak to you the words your heart has longed for all this time. You will not be alone in receiving this, for with the truth, I will give you strength, wisdom, and courage, everything you need. I have already prepared to place in your hands if only you open them to receive with a willing heart. Remember, my child, nothing I reveal is meaningless. Every word I speak carries eternal weight. And today, the truth you are hearing is the seed of the harvest that is about to come in your life. A harvest of restoration, of justice, of blessing that the enemy has long tried to bury. But it cannot be buried forever. Because when I speak, nothing can stand in the way. When I move, no force can resist. And when I call your name, all of heaven listens. So, my beloved, rise with a heart full of hope. Let this truth flow through every cell of your soul like living water. Let every doubt dissolve in the light of my love. And remember this, you are loved. You are chosen, and you are called. That is the truth, a truth that never changes, a truth that has waited for the right time to be revealed, and that time is now, my beloved child. Amidst all that you face each day, the worries about daily needs, the burdens pressing on your mind, the dreams that seem too distant to ever come true, I know you have felt something is off. There are moments when you sit in stillness and your heart tightens without knowing why. There are days when, despite your best efforts, blessings seem to slip just beyond your grasp. And deep within your soul, you know something unresolved lingers, a missing link in your life that delays, hides, or hinders what was meant for you. My child, I want you to know your soul is not wrong. That sensation is not random, nor is it the product of fatigue or unfounded worry. It is a reflection of my spirit working within you. For there is a financial matter tied to your family line, an inheritance that rightfully belongs to you, but has remained withheld due to ancestral entanglements, faulty agreements, doors once shut by injustice and pain. You have not received it, not because you are unworthy, but because darkness has worked to keep it hidden from you. I see clearly the generations before you, they endured wounds, made errors, got caught in financial webs and decisions made outside the light of truth. Promises were swallowed by ambition. Assets were divided unjustly. Choices were made in shadows. And all of this, my child, has left a chain of unseen consequences that you now carry. And you have felt it even if you could not put it into words. You feel as though a flow has been interrupted, a suffocating weight over your finances and blessings, a loop you cannot break. But now, my child, listen closely. The time of unveiling has come. I will no longer allow silence to cover this matter. I will no longer let darkness keep what was meant for you. I am uncovering what was hidden, shining my divine light upon what fear and secrecy once locked away. The truth will no longer stay buried. Justice will no longer be delayed. Blessings will no longer be withheld. You no longer have to live like an heir who doesn't know they have an inheritance. You no longer need to walk through this world as one borrowing each moment of peace. You no longer need to prove your worth just to receive crumbs. For I have prepared a portion for you from before the foundations of the world, a portion set apart for your lineage, stored in heavenly vaults, awaiting the right moment to be released. And that moment is now. My child, I am shaking unjust structures. I am prompting old documents to resurface, files thought forgotten to be uncovered. You will see coincidences become signs. Brief conversations will carry clues. Doors once closed will open unexpectedly. Pieces will come together before your eyes. And you will know with certainty, I am moving. But for you to step fully into this season of restoration, you must do one important thing. Forgive. Let go of past generational bitterness, of unspoken anger you carry deep within. Release those who acted wrongly, so that I, the righteous judge, may deal with it on your behalf. Open your heart to receive the truth, even if it stings at first, for behind that pain lies the door to freedom, to full restoration, not just for you, but for every generation that follows. My child, lack is no longer your destiny. The silent burdens you've carried for years, the feelings of failure, inadequacy, neglect are not the truth I wrote over your life. You were not created to live beneath the limits imposed by others, but to walk in the abundance I provide. You were not born to repeat your family's failures, but to break the chains and blaze a new path for yourself and for those who come after. So, my beloved, prepare your soul for the transformation that is coming. Stay awake to see when I am at work. Do not despise small things, for within them may lie the keys to unlock your destiny. Say to me each day, Father, I am ready. For when you are ready, the heavens will move. When you respond, blessings will pour out. And when you believe, truth will rise like a blazing dawn, driving away every shadow that has haunted your family line. I am here. My beloved, I am working. I am not just restoring, I am lifting you higher than you ever dared to dream. For you are not merely heir to earthly possessions, but to a kingdom that cannot be shaken. And what was once withheld will now be returned, not by human effort, but by the power of the Creator. All you must do is open your heart and receive, because it is yours, and it is time for it to come home. Beloved child of mine, amid all the burdens you face each day, the worries over daily provision, the weight that presses on your mind, the dreams that seem endlessly out of reach, I know you have sensed that something is not right. There are moments when you sit in silence, and your heart tightens for reasons you cannot explain. There are days when, despite your best efforts, blessings seem to slip through your fingers, and deep within your soul, you know that something remains unresolved. A vital link in your life has been broken, causing what should have come to you to be delayed, hidden, or blocked. My child, I want you to know that your soul is right. That stirring is not random, not born from weariness or baseless worry. It is the reflection of my spirit stirring within you. There is a financial matter tied to your lineage, an inheritance that rightfully belongs to you, but due to entanglements in your family line, due to wrongful agreements from generations past, and doors once closed by injustice and pain, you have yet to receive what is yours, not because you are unworthy, but because the darkness has worked tirelessly to keep it hidden from your sight. I have seen clearly each generation before you how they were wounded, how mistakes were made, how financial confusion and decisions lacking truth were passed down, promises were swallowed by ambition, possessions were unjustly divided, and choices were made outside of the light. All of this, my child, has created an invisible chain of consequences that you are now bearing, and you have sensed it even when you had no words for it. You felt a disruption in the flow, a suffocating grip on provision and blessing, a cycle you cannot seem to escape. But now, my child, listen closely. The time for revelation has come. I will no longer allow silence to cover this matter. I will no longer let darkness keep hold of what was meant for you. I am uncovering what was hidden, shining my holy light into places once sealed by fear and secrecy. The truth will no longer be locked in shadow. Justice will no longer be postponed. Blessing will no longer be held back. You no longer have to live as an heir who does not know they are an heir. You no longer need to walk this world as one who begs for peace moment by moment. You no longer have to prove your worth just to receive crumbs. For I have prepared a portion for you since before the beginning of time. A portion set apart for your bloodline, stored in heavenly vaults, waiting for the appointed time to be released. And that time, my child, is now. I am shaking unjust structures. I am causing old records to be reopened, forgotten documents to be searched out. You will see that what seems like coincidence is no longer coincidence but signs. Casual conversations will carry clues. Closed doors will unexpectedly open. Every puzzle piece will rise into place. And you will know I am at work. But for you to step fully into this season of restoration, there is something vital you must do. Forgive. Release the resentment of generations past, the anger you carry unknowingly. Let go of those who erred, so that I, as the righteous judge, may handle what you cannot. Open your heart to receive truth, even if at first it stings. For behind that sting is the doorway to freedom, to full restoration, not just for you, but for those who will come after you. My child, lack is no longer your destiny. The wordless burdens you've carried for years, the feelings of failure, inadequacy, abandonment, those are not the truth I wrote over your life. You were not created to live under limitations imposed by others, but to thrive in the abundance I bestow. You were not born to repeat the errors of your lineage, but to break the chains and forge a new path for yourself and for those who follow. So, beloved child, prepare your heart for the change that is coming. Stay alert to see when I move. Do not dismiss the small things, for within them may lie the keys that unlock your destiny. Say to me daily, Father, I am ready, because when you are ready, the heavens will shift. When you respond, blessings will pour forth, and when you believe, the truth will arrive like blazing dawn, driving out every shadow that has haunted your family line. I am here. Beloved, I am moving. I am not only restoring you, but lifting you higher than you have dared to dream. For you are not merely heir to earthly possessions, but heir to an unshakable kingdom, and what was once withheld will now be returned, not by human strength, but by the power of the Creator. You need only open your heart and receive, for it is yours, and the time has come for it to return to its rightful place. My beloved child, sit with me in this sacred moment and open your heart to the words I am about to speak. This is not born of fleeting emotion or vague thought. This is a truth recorded in the heavenly chronicles, preserved in the divine archives where every righteous matter is kept in full. And now, the time has come, the moment ordained by heaven for you to know, for the veil of lies to be torn down, and for the light of truth to shine directly upon what has been hidden from your eyes. You have walked through long years of confusion, carrying questions no one could answer. You felt something was wrong, as though part of your life had been arranged without your consent. And you were right. My child, conversations were held without you. Decisions were made behind your back. Papers signed. Files concealed, all of which directly impacted the blessings you should have received. Some knew, some saw, some heard, but chose silence. For their comfort, for convenience, for self-interest. They allowed you to walk in ignorance, unwarned and unarmed. I saw it all. Every act, every scheme, every twisted word, every document hidden behind locked drawers. Nothing escaped my eyes. I was silent for a season, not because I did not care, but because some truths can only be revealed when your heart is ready to receive them. And today is that day. Today, I open the book. Today, I pull back the covering. Today, I say to you, no more. No more deception will hold you captive. No more silence will drown out the voice of truth. No one will keep you in lack without confronting my justice. You may feel your heart tremble. You may feel pain in learning that some who claim to love you benefited from your loss. You may feel disoriented as you see how pieces of your life were twisted by other hands. But my child, do not let bitterness consume you. For I reveal this not to make you live in hatred, but to lead you into freedom. I do not expose darkness to let it swallow you, but so you may clearly see the road ahead. When truth comes from me, it does not crush, it lifts. It does not shatter, it heals. You may have lost time, opportunities, honor, and resources, but you have never lost your right to restoration. For I am the one who not only uncovers truth but redeems what was lost. I am the one who brings secrets into the light and gives you a new chance to rise from the ashes. And this time, you will not rise alone. I will lift you with my mighty hand. My angels are being sent forth to prepare the way, to retrieve what was stolen from you. Open your heart to receive wisdom from above. Do not rely only on what you see. Learn to hear my voice in the unfolding events around you. For there will be signs, unexpected visitors, seemingly random pieces of information. Yet all are fragments of the greater picture I am completing. And when that picture is finished, you will see, I never left you, never forgot what was rightfully yours. My beloved, do not fear the truth. Do not shrink from the questions you've quietly held. For when you courageously embrace the truth, the chains that bound you for too long will break. The invisible shackles of doubt, betrayal, injustice will fall away, one by one, and you will emerge, no longer as one imprisoned by the faults of others, but as one called, restored, and placed by me into a destiny of glory. I know you were once silent because you didn't know where to begin. You accepted things because you thought you had no voice. But today, you no longer need to be silent. I give you voice. I give you confirmation. I give you protection from my glorious throne. You do not walk this battle alone. For I, the righteous judge, go before you, prepare the way, and testify on your behalf before every power. Take heart, my child. Keep walking forward, for the darkness that once clouded your vision is fading. Truth is shining. Justice is rising. And what was hidden will be hidden no more. The time has come. And you, yes, you are the one chosen to see it all. I am with you, and I will never again allow what belongs to you to be lost. In this journey you are walking, my beloved child. There will be voices not from the light, but from shadows, from fear of exposure. They will speak softly, with gentle words, seeming to offer wisdom for peace, for reason, for stability. They will say that what you pursue is too far-fetched, that your hopes are illusions, that the questions you raise are not worth troubling over. They will urge you to give up, to forget, to settle into a normal life. But I speak to you now, in this sacred hour, my child. Be awake. Be wise. Do not let those words dim the truth awakening within your soul. Those voices are not born of truth, but of fear, the fear that if you keep seeking, keep digging, keep questioning, truth will be unveiled, and long-buried secrets will lose their hiding place. Darkness trembles before light. The enemy trembles when you awaken, and those who have built their gain upon lies know that you are a threat because you carry the light of truth. And I am awakening you each day to become a bearer of righteousness. You have wondered why distractions come, why something always seems to pull you away just when you're near the truth. It is no accident. The enemy has worked subtly through people, through situations, through noise in your mind to keep you from hearing my voice. He does not need you to hate the truth. He only needs you to doubt it. He does not need to block every path, only to delay you. But now, I am breaking that delay. I am stirring your spirit. I am breathing into you a new awareness. And you will no longer be able to return to the life you once knew. You have felt it, haven't you? Something in your spirit is trembling, a faint yet urgent calling, a sense that there is something far greater beyond the veil of the everyday. That is me speaking. It is I who am awakening your soul from its long slumber. I do not come to force, but to rekindle within you the truth I planted in you from the beginning. The time has come for you to step out of your comfort zone, out of the paralysis the enemy wove around your life. The time has come for you to no longer be one led by the fears of others, but one who walks boldly in response to the voice of heaven. I know, my child, that you may feel alone. You may be looked down upon, mocked, even misunderstood by those you once trusted. But remember this, truth always begins as a whisper, and only the courageous hearts dare to listen. Do not seek validation from those who do not breathe the same spiritual air as you. Do not look for confirmation from hearts that have closed themselves off from my voice. They cannot see what you see. They cannot hear what you are hearing. For what I am revealing to you has been set apart just for you, destined solely for you. I am leading you on a path unlike any other one that does not follow the well-trodden roads, one that does not rely on the agreement of the majority. You have been called to discover the deeper realms of truth, not only for your own soul, but to liberate your lineage, to shine light for those still wandering in the fog, and that stronger than all worldly wealth, greater than any earthly achievement, is the sacred mission I have entrusted to your heart. Believe that it is no coincidence. You've begun to feel those strange stirrings, those vivid dreams, those persistent questions that echo in your mind. These are signals from me, signals that the night is breaking, that a new dawn is rising on the horizon of your spirit. And if you keep walking, keep listening, keep trusting, then nothing will be able to stop you from reaching the glorious destiny I have prepared. My beloved child, guard the flame within your heart. Hold fast to the sensitivity of your soul, for there will be many voices trying to extinguish that fire, but I will be the wind that strengthens it. I will be the light that leads you. I will be the still, steady voice within you, reminding you you are on the right path. Do not stop. Do not fear. And one day, not far from now, you will look back on this journey and see that it was all worth it. Every mocking word, every tear shed, every sleepless night of wrestling, they were all part of the journey that led you to the truth, to the blessing, to the freedom your heart has longed for. And in that moment, you will know deep within, you were never alone. You always had me, and you dared to walk forward, while others only stood and watched. My beloved child, there have been hands that reached into places they never belonged. These hands did not merely steal wealth, they attempted to rob you of your destiny. They manipulated, they falsified, they tampered with what is sacred, believing they could deceive all. They signed documents with twisted intent. They diverted the flow of provision meant to restore you, to open the way for you, to lead you into a new season. They acted in darkness, in silence, under the quiet complicity of others. thinking no one would notice. But I have seen, from my dwelling place. I witnessed every action, every motive, every distorted word, every altered signature. Nothing escapes the all-seeing gaze of your Father. And my child, I do not only see, I remember. And I do not only remember, I act. The time of exposure has come. What was hidden in ledgers will be brought into the light. Funds that were wrongly redirected will be overturned. Those who laughed at your loss will come face to face with my justice. But do not let bitterness consume your heart. I do not desire for you to carry resentment, for it will dim the light within you. Let me carry out justice. Let me be the one who restores what was stolen. I know there were moments when you thought you had failed, when you blamed yourself for not protecting what was precious. But, my child, it was never your fault. You were not blind. You were simply not told the truth. You were not careless. You were veiled by deception, so skillful it escaped your notice. And today, I have come to open your eyes. I have come so you may clearly see what has been hidden. I have come so you may understand you are not forgotten, and you are not without blessing. Your blessing has been waiting all along, and I will not allow it to remain withheld any longer. Take heart, my child. Rise not with clenched fists of anger, but with a heart that is courageous and humble. Let me take action. Partner with me in prayer. Listen closely to the guidance of my spirit, for the time of restoration is near. A new season approaches, and you will see what was lost returned, even multiplied. You will no longer live in unjust lack. You will no longer be overlooked or dismissed. You will become the living testimony of a radiant truth, that nothing belonging to you can be stolen forever when I am still on the throne. Let your heart be at peace. Trust that my recompense will not only arrive on time, but will far exceed what you ever dared hope. I am not only returning possessions, I am restoring honor. I am healing silent wounds. I am redeeming lost time. I am reviving dreams you once abandoned in weariness. And above all, I am leading you back to yourself to show you that you were never lost from my loving plan. Therefore, my precious one, do not let yesterday's sorrow bind your steps today. Do not let the words of others define your future. Do not let the injustices of men cause you to question your worth. You were not created to be a victim, but to walk in the authority of one who is chosen by the Father, provided for by the Father, and restored by the Father. And I, the one who has seen it all, now speak to you. Prepare yourself, for I will restore what has been taken. I will open the doors that were once shut. I will call your name out of the shadows and place you back where you belong. Because your blessing, it was never lost. It has only been waiting for the right moment to return to you. And that moment is now, my beloved child. In the coming days, you will witness something you've never seen before. Not through great upheavals or thunderous sounds, but through the smallest of details, a careless word spoken aloud, a long-forgotten document resurfacing, a glance that cannot hide the truth. I will reveal to you what you've only dared sense in vague intuition. Heaven's confirmation will come to you not in the way you imagined, but in the way I have ordained from the beginning. And when it comes, it will awaken something deep within you. That place where you once wondered, am I imagining things? Am I being too suspicious? But today I tell you, no. You are not delusional, nor overly wary. You were right to sense something was off. You were right to feel your soul whisper that you were surrounded by faces that did not reflect love. You have walked too long encircled by those who wore the mask of friendship but hid blades behind their smiles. You have offered your trust, opened your heart, hoped that if you loved enough, stayed quiet enough, endured long enough, things would heal. But no, my child, some things cannot be healed by silence. Some lies cannot be tolerated in the name of kindness. And it is time for me to step in. Watch how I move. Watch how I, the one untouched by time and unmoved by deceit, arrange all things with such precision that you will not be able to deny it is I who am working. What was once concealed in the dark will bring itself into the open. And the greatest surprise, my child, will be that the one who once held the secrets will no longer be able to keep them. It will be they troubled in mind, weighed by conscience, burdened by the light of truth, who will unintentionally speak what they once vowed to carry to the grave. No one can forever harbor darkness within when my light shines. All things will come to light not to harm you, but to release you from the chains that have held you for far too long. Yet I also know that truth, once revealed, is rarely gentle. It may shake what seemed solid. It may confuse you, even wound you, as you come to see the true faces of those you once called confidants. Relationships will change. Handshakes will grow cold. Promises will prove empty. But all of this is necessary, my child, not to destroy you, but to save you. For I cannot allow you to live any longer under illusions. I cannot let you build your future upon the sand of lies. I love you too deeply to let you remain surrounded by those who wear the mask of ally while secretly opposing your every step. Prepare your heart not for a battle, but for a revealing. Keep your spirit steadfast. Stand still and witness my deliverance. Do not let the initial shock disorient you. Do not let your emotions drown out the peace I am placing within you. For every unveiling will not break you, but strengthen you. Every truth revealed is not to harm, but to heal. I will allow nothing to happen that does not lead to your ultimate good. Believe, my child, that when the masks fall and the secrets are exposed, that is the hour when I am cleansing your circle to prepare you for a new season, a season in which you will be surrounded not by falsehood, but by pure-hearted souls, sincere and in one spirit with you. I do not want you to keep walking alone among the dishonest. I want you to live in unity, where those beside you journey with you, not just in deed, but in thought and in spirit, even when you are not there to hear them. Let it be done, for the time has come. So, do not be afraid of the truth. My child, embrace it as a cleansing rain that washes away the dust of yesterday's burdens. Trust that everything you are about to witness, no matter how difficult it may be to accept, is still under my loving control. I never leave you alone in your brokenness. In fact, it is in those very moments of collapse that I draw nearest to you. I will be your refuge when others walk away. I will be the voice of peace in the midst of chaos. I will be the hands that uphold you when all that once felt secure begins to crumble before your eyes. Know this, you are not losing. You are being set free. You are not being abandoned by friendships, but protected from betrayal. You are not falling into emptiness, but being cleared of what no longer serves you, to make room for what is better, truer, and more worthy. And when you pass through this storm, you will find yourself lighter, stronger, and brighter, because you will have been loosed from the unseen chains that once bound you in silence. I am at work, my child. I am unveiling. I am transforming. And above all, I am preparing you for a new journey, a journey of truth, of love without pretense, and of companionship that holds no hidden daggers. For you deserve to live in the light. And I, who love you with an unshakable love, will not allow you to remain in the shadows for even one more moment. So now, my beloved child, prepare your heart, for in the days to come, you will begin to notice signs you once ignored or dismissed as coincidence. But no, my child, nothing is coincidental in the divine plan I have orchestrated for your life. Every detail, every stirring in your soul, every seemingly insignificant moment, all have purpose. All carry meaning. All are threads I have woven into the great tapestry of your destiny. You will begin to see a number repeating before your eyes so often that you can no longer overlook it. You will wonder why it appears on license plates, receipts, in your dreams, on forgotten walls, but it is not random. It is my reminder, I am here. Pay attention. Then suddenly, a name will surface, a person you once knew, a face you thought you had forgotten, reappearing as a message from the past. An old memory, long buried in time. They will rise again like a gentle breeze that tightens your chest with longing. These things do not come to confuse you, but to awaken you. They are guiding lights, sacred codes from me, calling you to step into a new path, one I have long prepared, but whose time has finally come. Do not dismiss these signs. My child, do not treat them as mere accidents of life. Incline your heart, pray, ask me what they mean, and I will grant you wisdom from heaven. I will open your eyes to see beyond the physical curtain, into the spiritual realm that is moving behind the scenes. When you pray not just with your lips, but with your soul, you will feel my living presence in every circumstance, and I will teach you to discern the true voice from the false one, to distinguish between what I have sent and what the enemy has disguised. You do not need to be afraid. You do not need to tiptoe as if you were alone in this battle, for I have surrounded you with a shield unseen, a layer of protection that no one can penetrate. No power from earth or sky can take from you what I have ordained to be yours. No dark hand can erase your name from the blessing I have prepared. Every plan of the enemy, his schemes, his lies, his traps dressed in kindness, is unraveling. They are falling away like dying leaves at the end of a season. With no strength, no threat, those who once manipulated, calculated, and used you for their purposes will watch as the very snare they set becomes the net that ensnares them. Because I am the God of justice, and this is the hour for righteousness to rise. You have waited patiently, remained faithful, endured silently. You have stayed quiet in the face of misunderstanding, walked alone in the darkness when no one offered you their hand. You have carried unseen wounds, smiled while your soul bled. But I, the one enthroned in heaven, have seen it all. Not a single suffering you endured was overlooked by me. Not one tear shed in the dark has been forgotten in heaven. Every moment of pain I have recorded, every unspoken word I have understood, and now I act on your behalf. This is your season of justice. This is the moment when what was stolen will be restored. This is the time when my justice will be made visible, not just as an idea, but as a living reality. You will see doors once slammed shut now swinging wide open. You will walk into blessings you once only dared to dream of. Not because you were perfect, not because you were more deserving than others, but because you were faithful, because you did not let go of hope when everything tried to convince you to quit. And now, I respond. So walk forward with holy expectation. Live each day as one whose steps are prepared by the hand of power. Keep your mind alert, for more signs will come clearer, stronger, and when they arrive, do not hesitate. Do not delay. Follow the call. Walk in the light. For every step of obedience draws you nearer to the place I have appointed. No more waiting in vain. No more distant promises. This is the moment I turn my promise into reality. This is the time for action, for restoration, for a new beginning. And you, my beloved child, will walk no longer under the weight of sorrow. You will walk as one who has been freed, as one who is loved, as one who is protected and wrapped in the living presence of your Father. For I am the one who began the good work in you, and I am the one who will bring it to completion until the day my glory is fully reflected in your life. Amen. As a child of God, you are never alone. I am beside you in every moment, gently reminding you to live in faith and in my love. Follow and turn on notifications so you never miss the words I speak from heaven. Amen.